سلام، چطورید برای بچه؟ خوش اومدید به یکی دیگه از پارت بازی اودرورد 2. آقا تو این پارت که تو پارت قبلی که ما بازی کردیم، اونجوری که دیدین رفتیم دست ایزای اسم دقیقش الان یادم نمیاد، جلوتر رو میفهمیم اسمش چیه. دستش یه ارتقایی دادیم، حالا بریم ماموریت های دیگه هم امروز انجام بدیم، یه چند تا ماموریت انجام بدیم، اگه بشه یه دونه ماموریت اصلی هم ازش بریم که خیلی خفن میشه. بدون معطلی برو بریم دیگه، برو بریم که بریم. مأموریتاش یه بیسی میده. این مأموریت اینو که نمیتونیم بریم. بذار لحظه ببینم این کجاه. بازم من تیر زدم. آقا تیر نزن با اون. آخر من شوخ. خب مأموریت اصلی که نمیتونیم بریم. از این دره باید رد بشیم. پل رو باید این راهو باید یه جوری من پیدا کنم.
Here, a superior way of life is shared by all.
Sovereign's chosen Arcadian tenderloin.
Fit
Fit for
بر
the
این.
sovereign, made for his chosen. You.
Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A protectorate prescribed favorite.
اینجا میتونم صحبت کنم. بذار من برم یه دور این ور برم. هیلم نده. این دستم باشه.
The matriarch chose. Because she recognized it as the perfect
پر شد.
then the native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and
Look who's back.
natural
با این
resources
صحبت کنم ببینم
represent a
گزینه جدیدی بهم میده.
complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with
Why, hello
and
again.
through the
Any new
sovereign
business to discuss involving secret sympathies and sugary spoils?
marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do
If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell.
unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those meddlesome raptidons or the base
Ugh, my uncle's child. That side of the family is obstinate and mean. No, I'd hardly risk life and limb trying to convert her.
But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it.
I
گزینه
possess an
جدید ندارم.
overabundance of both qualities, honestly.
باید
Yet I
یه
value
کاری
my
کنم
neck
که
and
اون
do not
گزینه ها
intend
باز
to
بشه.
hang.
پس
Of course. Toodaloo.
بچه
Extra
میذارم
added zeal
بکشم.
for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
چیزی بسازم. این چیه؟ سنسری که برای هک کردن کامپیوترها استفاده میشه. از این کلیدا بسازم. اوکی. چیزی الان فکر میکنم 23 29 کنم همونه. یه خورده قوی تر. اوکی. برم بالا، طبقه بالا اینجا با اون یاروی صحبتی بکنم. اینجا میرفتیم بالا. اوکی، درد اینجا.
Welcome back. Disdain our sense of community. The itinerant stranger returns.
this multi-part chat with a
بذار
Farewell now.
a commanding yet comforting vocal timbre.
اینجا کار
Henry
ندارم.
Thoreau, more simply known as the Consul. Greetings, Consul. Now you are more than just our beloved
اون مأموریت
sovereign's dear
خودمونو بریم.
friend. You are his right hand.
Not quite his right hand, Prudence. His firm hand. I enforce his benevolence.
And you enforce it so faithfully.
بازی پس
I'm
ترابل هم
sure I
داریم
speak
داداش.
for all subjects when I say thank you for your service. It must be such a burden.
Not at all. I have help from the Sentinels, of course. All subjects rest easy knowing these agents walk hidden among us, forever vigilant for despoilers of our perfect life. I have bestowed them with the authority to serve and protect all faithful subjects. Only wrongdoers have anything to fear. Thus my Sentinels free me to fulfill my own purpose.
A purpose we've kept you from overlong. Thank you for inspiring us, Consul. Before you go, might I ask you to sing a bit of Gloria Arcadia in your
من سفر
wonderful
سری رو
baritone?
میبینم.
No, I know full well what would happen if I broke into song. I will only be torturing the sovereign subjects.
Oh, and there he goes.
تو یه
The
راه بود
consul
داشته
has
باشه
just
دیگه.
walked out of the studio. But fret not, neighbors. You will hear his inspiring voice on these airwaves again. Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? Here's a song for you to enjoy while
بزنم
you
درست.
solemnly reflect on
مأموریت
your
عوض
sworn
میکنم.
duty to our idyllic society.
نمیشه دیگه، قاعدتا نمیشه دیگه، زور نداریم از همینجا بریم. زیاد راه هم نیست البته تا اونجا. اونم ببریم. بیا وای نسته. مأموریت هم درست کنیم. مأموریت همینجا. الان فکر نکنم دوباره بذار بریم داخل. این مأموریتی که نمیتونستیم بریم تو دیگه. نه الان میذاره بریم. اینجا نمیدونم با چیکار کنم که برم داخل بعدش. سلام.
What did I tell you? Unless you've got approval, you can make like a sprat and skedaddle.
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right,
یه
let's
کاری
not
کرده
lose
بودیم
our
که یه
heads
کلید
over a
داشتیم.
simple misunderstanding. You're free to pass. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. We sprung a leak. Nothing too bad. Aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers. You're free to pass, stranger.
خب خلاصه آزاد شدیم که عبور کنیم. وای شکر بالاخره تونستیم به یه جای وارد بشیم. حس شدم از وارد نشدم. خب خوب شد اومدم اینجا.
Did the authorities send you? Did my torrent of messages finally convince them of the vast crab-like dangers near at hand? What a relief. In here I thought myself dismissed as a loon.
Soundly, knowing you are safe at all times from malingerers of our fair Eden. Even our most capable defenders are well defended. Consider our arbiter training facility.
Well, I speak of the Crabbles, of course. You must have spied those nefarious Crabbles, roiling, rippling, bubbling, and churning out in the water. No one at the facility believes me, but I have seen it with my own eyes. Crabble numbers have swelled as they gather to defy us. A consortium, nay, an army.
Themselves die alone, also painfully and bullet-riddled.
Next up.
Now listen to this.
You actually believe me? No, stranger. Thank you. With your confidence and support, I believe the Crabble threat can and will be defeated. Remain strong, and together we will outlast the Crabble! Don't trouble me with automechanical matters. That life is behind me. Ask the quartermaster at the repair facility, assuming she hasn't been devoured by Crabbles. Getting better, I think. The Crabbles have seemed less menacing of late. Maybe our resolve has worn down their warlike spirit. Or maybe they're just biding their time.
You seem nice.
اوکی. اینجا دنبال چی باید بگردیم؟ قطعات یدکی خودرو را پیدا کن. من این برا رو بچرخونم.
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station. But Marshal, you must adhere to decontamination procedures.
بردارم منو میکشه. خب بکش. من نمیدونستم قطعه یدکی خودرو رو بردارم. ادامه یه قطعه برداشتم منو کشتن. فکر کنم باید داستان داریم فکر کنم. خطرناک.
Broadcasting reassuring programming.
اون که دزدیدنه.
This is Protectorate sanctioned wireless. Hark, your unneeded
بریم
reminder
پایین.
that
باید
Protectorate
صحبت کنم.
provides for your every need. Not just an abundance of nourishment, but also power. Consider the Protectorate
میشه
Lens
دزدیدن
Tile.
نوشته روش دیگه. آره باید کسی ببینه
Based on a
داستان
schematic
میشه.
devised in a
All that
single
matters is
afternoon
getting these
by
automechs
the
to the
Mm.
Vox
Sovereign.
relay station.
It generates unlimited
Mhm.
electrical current to our
No,
flawless
that's
facilities,
rubbish.
such as the Vox Relay Communications Platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires. Much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against
آیتما رو
such
نباید اینطوری
technology.
بردارم سری
Surely
سری.
this proves the superiority of our system.
Next up.
Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
این در رو باز میکنی به هیچ جا نمیرسی. درسته؟ خیلی بخوره.
Prudence dictates. We cherish all we have and defend it.
Yes. Let's have a look.
نگاهی بهتون بزنم
No signs of
دارم
uranium exposure or anything else novel or interesting, apparently. Another humdrum workaday ailment, no doubt. Nothing requiring my vast expertise, surely. Certainly, there is a nominal cost for treatment to cover essentials. All right then, hold perfectly still. There, all better.
خب اینجوری هیلمون زیاد کردیم. خب دنبال قطعات کجا هستم؟ میدونی کجا پیداش میکنم؟ اینو بذار آخر سر ازش بپرسم.
Don't have much to spare, but you're free to have a look.
خب چی داری؟ اینو فروش چی دارم؟ اوکی. او اینجا خیلی اون پوست خرچنگا رو زیادتر از حد عادی میخره. نگاه 33 مثلا این نمیدونم برای چی ولی پوست خرچنگ رو خیلی زیاد خرید. خب بذار دیگه زیاد از حد نمیشم. این چیه؟ 20 درصد اوقات دوام میشه.
Distilled with zeal, intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? More
فکر کنم
music
خفن
to
ترینش
aid in
همشه.
your
این
earnest
چیه؟
rumination of
کلید رمزش
portentous
اینو بخرم ببینم. کلید بخرم
responsibilities.
داشته باشم. اینو پول ندارم دیگه بخرم فکر کنم. آره. مثلا اینو بخرم. لباسشون گرونه فکر کنم. یه لباس خفنه دیگه. نهایت میخوام. بپوشمش. چرا رفتم بالا؟ من چی خریدم پس من اونو خریدم؟ نمیدونم. این که داشت از 5 بود. هیچ. نه ضعیفتر. این چیه؟ آدرس تصدیق کنید. خطرم اونا چی هن؟ ما داریم شاید با این بشه یه کاری کرد. فعلا نمیدونم چیه. خب مرسی. نه بذار
What is it this time? Normally, I'd say to ask the quartermaster, but he died a few weeks back. Perhaps he's been replaced since? I wouldn't know, as I've had my hands full since the attack. Failing that, I imagine you could ask the technicians here. One of them might know. Oh, gladly. I've rather dedicated my life to researching its unique form of matter.
فکر کنم همون چند میشه. چی دوست داری بگیم؟
Ziranium is a crystal. Even in its raw form, it generates energy. But once refined and stored in a quasi-gaseous state, its output increases exponentially. Ziranium is found in a liquid state as well, but it's far too hazardous and inefficient for our needs. Refined ziranium is used to power nearly all major protectorate technology. It's an amazingly efficient power source. However, it's also highly unstable and must be mined exceedingly carefully. Even minor bumps or jolts can cause ziranium crystals to explode. Ziranium in its default crystalline state poses two risks. First, it's extremely volatile, exploding with an immense burst of energy if upset in any way. Second, ziranium crystals produce a small amount of gas, which we think helps stabilize its crystalline lattice, but that's just a theory. In this gaseous state, ziranium is quite hazardous, breaking down organic matter through a mechanism we still don't quite understand.
As we are obliged to call it, his golden bestowment.
The concentration of the gas is a critical factor. A person could remain in a light haze for several minutes, whereas a dense cloud can kill near instantly. Anyhow, I could talk about this all day if I let myself. Hope I haven't bored you unduly. Was there anything else I could help you with?
Perfect system, but its health depends on you as well. A true neighbor does whatever it takes to keep their community free of insidious elements.
What brings you to this fine establishment?
We must all hold each other accountable in these unprecedented times.
Ziranium poisoning?
My beloved
Only a mild case, but the
subject,
doctor
don't
has
hesitate
treatment.
to
Just
report
study my
your
symptoms.
concerns.
Sovereign's mercy. How do you feel?
Downright privileged is how I feel. Sick, tired, nauseous, with a car racing.
چقدر اینجا بزرگه خب.
Playlist picked out explicitly for you. The sovereign's
اینجا
chosen.
ها مشخص کرد سلام.
Greetings, potential customer. State your business.
آوازدار.
This unit was engineered to facilitate management of supply inventory
شده.
at this installation.
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone is finally trying out my automechanical quartermaster. Show them what you got, quartermech.
Command not understood.
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode. Let's look into that later. Please, give it a try yourself.
All wares should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable. Request not understood.
It only understands the words I've added to its databanks. You wouldn't believe how many words there are for buying and selling. Guess I missed peruse. Look, for now, just use the phrase initiate commerce. It's what I used during the initial testing.
Initiating commerce.
چقدر بسیطه همه چیه اونجا بشیم خانم دکتره خریدیم بیچاره شده. چی باید براش بخرم؟ قاعدتا یه چیزی باید براش بخرم برای اون یارو. بیام هدر ندم.
Ambient ziranium levels are higher than average, but within acceptable ranges. State your business. Initiating commerce.
With Rome in my heart for the matriarch whose bloodline bestowed their perfection. I trust, I breathe for my neighbors. I aim, I watch in his name. I know I am right, he's our shining light. Love him and he will love you. Love him, that's all we must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I stow my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor.
نمیدونم چی باید براش بخرم. اصلا میگه باید اینجا یه چیزی
Glad to
بگیرم.
have you back. Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
Fellow subjects, I bear sweetness and sunlight, encouraging words.
You'd think that a fully stocked auto mechanical repair center would have automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory.
Nor betrayal by our former brethren shall diminish our abundance. The system abides, and your sovereign provides. Eden's harvests remain.
You're not implying the quartermech is somehow responsible, are you? I'd hate for the big guy to get in trouble.
Slurry consumed by our base enemies. Subjects, fill your bellies to maintain your stamina. Thus shall our prosperity strengthen us against those who would rob us of it.
Now on to other matters. Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to
Well, at least you're honest. Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for. Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on loan from the Vox Relay, helping with the Zeranium leak and all.
I could feel my wary little mind start to wander.
Delphinia is not very nice. Or maybe she just doesn't like me personally. Anyway, she's very talented, and I'm glad she's helping out. And I'm never going within 10 feet of her again. Best of luck in your search. Let me know if I can be of assistance.
خب اطلاعات خودی رو دادرس تلفن. اوکی. تو نباید با اون صحبت کرد. با این داره صحبت میکردم. دنیا کجا؟ بیرون بود. کجا خب؟ اصلا اتمیک را جمع کنید. اینجا هرچی هست اون چیه؟ این تو برم ببینم با این زن صحبت کنم.
Oh yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now what is it you want?
While you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Now that you
میگه شما
mention
چیکار
it,
میکنید؟
there
مختره
was
ایدی.
one particularly insistent little mech who kept trying to put all manner of bric-a-brac in here. After several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. Didn't see that peculiar little scamp again after that.
Perfection is perfect. Is it not? Oh, how we
Quite busy, as I said, and less pleased for this unscheduled work suspension. Now, did you have some business here? Oh, we'll get to that presently. Now tell me, are you familiar with Ziranium gas? One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable Ziranium all over the place. I could speak at length about Ziranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Ziranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm. Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the device is confirmed operational. I merely need to work out some minor implementation concerns. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components. Good, good, wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray Ziranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a Ziranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense Ziranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions?
perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cooks and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection.
Normally, yes, but on the off chance that environmental exposure has altered the gas here in any way, I'll want to work with local samples. Ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas, but since it's of utmost importance that it work on the gas here, I'll be calibrating against that. Well, of course, obviously. To that end, I'd suggest choosing a cloud of lesser density for your collection efforts. Lower chance of near-instant death that way. If you suffer prolonged exposure, assuming you survive, see our local medical officer next door. She is highly preoccupied by the treatment of Ziranium-related maladies. I believe that covers all the necessary education for this particular assignment. Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo!
Process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not. The mental
زل
refreshment process
مشورت کنیم
increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions them into a thing
من
of
بر نداشتم
fellow subject lacking the appropriate
بکش من من اصلا چیزی بر نداشتم داداش من اصلا مربع هم حتی روش نزدم این خودش برداشت یکی اونجا گذاشته میشه مگه من اصلا باید بردارم من اونجا اونو بر نداشته بودم خدا انگار دولم اونو بردارم جلو چش یارو
That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not. The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment.
Feel strange. In a good way. Andy's documentation doesn't describe the side effects of grafting with a crabble, but so far, not hearing complaints from me. I'd say this officially puts me back in full fighting form. If you ever thought I might slow you down, you can give those fears a kiss goodnight. Of course, Commander. After you.
که ساختمون بالا میشه نه؟ الان اینو زدی اینجا، من الان اینجا می‌نویسم مثلا هیچی نیست. مثلا میتونم صحبت کنم. جاش بکنم عوض شد میتونم برم بالا ها. آره ما همونو بررسی میکردیم. چجوری برم بالا؟ اینجا که راه نداره. از این نظرم بالا ایده.
Prudence dictates, sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor Prudence on Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Next up.
Here's one.
درست رابط کردم.
You're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
Subject to the most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Look who's back.
All in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere. Ecological
Outsider?
network. To govern it,
Well,
the
look who it is.
matriarch
What is it? Speak your mind.
Sovereign devised the paradigm.
That is most excellent. Please, hand them over.
If each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges.
Sincerest thanks. Now, we had what you outsiders call a deal. I promised you a means past the bridge and a way inside the Vox relay. There is wreckage from a crashed ship traversing most of the expanse. With the right equipment, the path will lead you directly to the Vox relay's main gate. Tell me, do you already have Protectorate jump boots in your possession? That's what I knew them as. The official title is Personal Plasma Thrusters, I suppose.
Do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors.
No, But we have an outpost up at Spire Grove. Requires a lot of cliff work. They likely have a prototype there. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It saved many lives.
You have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing protectorate law. Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen.
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies.
If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup. Good, good. Here is the writ. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow your conscience. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can, to check in on my people and see how they fare.
Desperate invasion only demonstrates the perfection of our system. They believe in nothing, but want everything, while we believe in much, yet want for nothing. Let them envy our contentment and leave as they came, empty-handed and empty.
Nobody needs go anywhere, not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
The paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part...
When I look outside, I see people who are hardy and resilient, who trust the paradigm, who understand prosperity will return with time and group effort. I have the aid of key pillars of our community, several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers. But I know you've got more to do than listen to me natter on about the state of Westport. The Vox Relay's your main concern now. Farewell now.
Sing as ever, but prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now.
دوباره به اون محله این داستان کشیده میشه. اوکی. ممنونت. این آخر نتونستم ماجرا رو پیدا کنم. ببینیم اون ور چه خبره. یه نقشه بزنم. که نتونستم از اون ور پیداش کنم. مهاریت فردی.
Just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice.
چرا؟ مهاریت زیادتر. بذار اینجا یه صحبتی اسم میکنم میکردم مأموریت رو با این پسر الان میتونم صحبت های دیگه ای هم بکنم.
Hey there, go-getter. Why, hello again. Any new business to discuss involving secret sympathies and sugary spoils?
All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and
Really? What was he like? Bold, assertive, with a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
An audacious proposal. Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
Wireless presents I Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. I Red Cloak.
With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go.
Just as Red Cloak was inspiring our corporate captors to abandon their consumerist addictions, the traitorous forces of the Order arrived to take custody of her.
Righto. Well, you seem rather confident. Best of luck, I suppose. You are surely going to need it. Please inform me when, of course, you receive it. As a recent convertee to Auntie's choice, I'd be honored to share my maverick, individualist perspective. Well, I can tell you someone who thinks he's important. Pinkney. Ever since he became interim chief mechanist, he's been crying day and night about that generator. If anything happens to that thing, I worry for his mind. If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell.
To encourage your compliance by 22%.
Ugh, my uncle's child. That side of the family is obstinate and mean. No, I'd hardly risk life and limb trying to convert her. More wise. I value my neck and do not intend to hang. Of course. Toodaloo.
It appears that your math is faulty. Clearly a failing of your
Hello again. Have you spoken to Vigilant Hogarth yet? Did he give permission for me to leave?
Such with appealing and irrefutable statements, Red Cloak.
Unburden yourself of vexation, Dunning. It is never too late to return to the Protectorate. All needs are met. Where the Sovereign in his benevolence cares for all.
Of course. Toodaloo.
باید با یکی صحبت کنم. هوگارت کجاه؟ این هوگارت اینجا میگه یادش میشه یادم
I shall never return to the Protectorate.
Outsider.
Once again, you fail your former
You
companion.
have your orders. The Vox relay awaits. Do remember what I asked of you.
Red Cloak, you have
You have your orders. The Vox relay awaits. Do remember what I asked of you.
من باید اینو مأموریتش رو انجام بدم که بعد بتونم
Yet it is clearly less than. We see the error in our calculations. We would serve the sovereign again if you allow it.
Gladly. He is a kind, forgiving man who loves all of his subjects.
We base individualists in Auntie's choice are ready to break free from the shackles of consumerism to join you in the perfect life of abundance.
Then return with me, new corporate neighbors and former Traitors Order colleagues, to Eden.
Middle managers, resume the corporate anthem. No!
نمیدونم چرا همش میزنه با اون میتونی صحبت کنی. صحبت دیگه ندارم.
No, the new one!
اینو میتونم پیداش کنم.
Help me carry Dunning's unconscious form.
خیلی
Let us all be mentally refreshed.
اون ساختمون اون بالاه خب.
For the sovereign, for Arcadia, our home.
چگونه باید بروم بالا؟ باید از اینجا خیلی بیاد پایین، این بیاد پایین. آفرین بالا. معلول. خب باید چی درست کنیم؟ معلولیتش چی درست کنیم؟ اون چی گرفتم مهندسی سه نمیدونم که مهندسی مهندسی کنم
All subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm.
لیول آپ هم نکنی خوبه، یه جایی اینجوری به دردت میخوره این بازی. حتما مثلا فورس رو داری لیول آپ کنی داستان میشه. حالا اینجا نگاه کن به دردم لیول آپ نکن، حالا مثلا یه لیول دو لیول نگه داریم مثلا برخورد این سمتشو درست کن خوبه. Jackson مرد.
Allah, I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they going to put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall? He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allow the user to jump repeatedly. Unless they're downward
فهمیدم الان واسه اون یارو هم باید چی کار کنی. اون لب بنفشه گفتگو اونو با ببریم بالا. من تازه دارم میفهمم داشت چه اتفاق میفته بعد این سومی اپیزوده. آره سومی.
We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears. That's right. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough. I can't fathom no sensible motive why she'd jump.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder. It's just impossible to cognize. There ain't no way off this platform besides jumping. We've seen how that ends. But you being down there makes you uniquely qualified to help us. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to...
A small
well,
sampling of
to grind old
Protectorate
Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well,
زنش
overload the
آدرس.
drive and burn it out all permanent like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our two former cohorts.
Distilled with zeal. Such perfect products. The envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
It's your duty as a subject to...
No, Liza, remember, you're not Protectorate anymore. So, what have we talked about? A duties only.
Discharged if the disbursement is dutifully deserving. Right. Sorry, I'm just a little flummoxed by being stranded up here.
So, bits, stranger. We'll give you bits if you get us down before we starve. Poor Jackson wasn't raised in the Protectorate with a mind for science and mistakenly thought the word thrusters meant he could fly. So he jumped the opposite way I told him. They're experimental. We've not laid eyes on them before, but the data we found with them says they were actually designed to let people hop their way up the spire. If you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they can give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a surprisingly grand vault.
Thank the sovereign... thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life utterly absent of starvation.
اما چیکار کنم اینا بیارم پایین آیی کردین رفتیم بالا چکماه اوکی یه چکمه های گرفتم واسه لازم بذارم چکمه ها نه بذارم میپر خودش آها هست اصلا اوکی
charming little ditty was dedicated to the arbiters and all within the order of compliance. Some
خیلی باله.
guardians of
این چکمه ها باحال
law.
بودن.
Here's a song for
من
you to
بپرم.
enjoy while you
یا پرم.
solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Oh, you're by our crop of Brachythecium rotabulum. They're found in bandages and burn tinctures. If you don't have that drive overloader, adjusting may be a waste.
بالا میتونم اینجا که اومدیم چرا باید این بالا من رسیدم به خودشون شما همین بریم پایین نرم خون مونده چیزیه جنازه انگار اون وسط گیر کردم
You're really something else, stranger. Thank you for you're really something else. You're really something else.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
I agree with Liza. I'm inclined to keep a few paces from farming equipment from now on. Here's your reward for evacuating us with all our parts intact. I perhaps ain't as awash in currency as I'd prefer, so you can have my helmet as well. It was useful for identifying crops we'd missed in our harvest, but to be honest, I'd like a little distance from plants for a spell.
بقایای آیدا را پیدا کنید اون فکر کنم برای اون مأموریت هم بپرسم ببینیم بقایایی از آیدا پیدا میکنم دست آیدا الان با برم شیم پول درسته
Single afternoon by the sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current for flawless facilities.
I see you have not brought my cousin to heal. Have you at least seen about Ida? What? How do you know this?
Foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system.
Keen as I am to entertain this, am I expected to take traders and corporatists at their word? Let me see that. Yes. Yes. This does appear to be hers. Unfortunately, there are reports of the harvester having been repaired in the wake of her sabotage. Though her triumph may not have endured.
دست دیگه اینا عکساشون حتی یه دست رو نرن یا یه پا ندارن. ممکن است آقای زنده باشه.
Certain to inform him of her patriotism. Inspiring, isn't it? Ida's final gift to me was one of enduring loyalty and self-sacrifice. And I will benefit from it, just as she very well might have wanted. I am thankful for the report. Now I just require my fool of a cousin in hand. Be on your way.
اینم صحبت بکنم. سلام احمد خود چی پیدا کنم نمیدونم. اینجا برم. بازی تازه داره روال میفته میدونی؟ تازه داره باحال میشه به نظرم. توی اون چیز میفتی روال میفتی باحال میشه. چون چیزی به نام گفتگو دارم من. آره گفتار دوش کنم. الان فکر کنم بتونم با اون یه صحبت جدید بکنم میدونی؟
Hello again. Have you spoken to Vigilant Hogarth yet? Did he give permission for me to leave?
Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance.
Of course. Toodaloo.
Depletion of resources.
دیگه ندارم.
Led to
نه میتونم داخل برم اینا. حالا این وقت راه نداره که اینجا این جزیره اساسا.
Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song. Suffering, poor tears, didn't have the firm, benevolent hand. Sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury.
یارو نمیخواد با من صحبت کنه. چجوری متقاعدش کنم؟
You have your orders. The Vox relay awaits. Do remember what I asked of you.
Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious.
نیدم، شاید تو بتونم برم. نکنم این گفت پسرعموی خلافکارم رو پیدا کن فلان کن. پسرعموت کجای هستن؟ داخل میخوام برم. راه نداره بریم داخل. بسته است دیگه، آبی نشده.
I've been mulling on the information about Ida. Such blessed tidings indeed. But I will not be sated until my cousin is at my mercy. Good. I can't wait to see the look on his face when I capture him.
نه معمولیت تا اون سمت. یه معمولیت جانبی انجام بدیم دیگه. این چیه؟ پرواز شیطانی؟ این که هیچی. این معمولیت چیه؟ با سرقت نکن، دستبرد نزن. چه دستکجی تو هستی.
Commander? This is Protectorate sanctioned wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
My dear neighbors, if I have one wish, it would be for our sovereign to bestow his wisdom
میکشه
at this
یو
very
دیسپلایده.
moment. And lo, my wish comes true. Time for another golden bestowment.
I think this stuff is eating my lungs from the inside.
A fellow who does not get the attention he so justly
چیکار
deserves.
بکنم؟
You know him as Consul Emery Thoreau, trusted counselor to myself and my illustrious father. The consul is a paragon of wisdom and strength. And yet, when one serves as the hammer of justice, all the world must seem an
Oh.
ale. He believes you, my dear subjects, require firmer guidance to stay aligned with the paradigm. But I know you are all compelled by a force far greater. Love for your sovereign. We forgive Consul Thoreau his flaws. Of course, for none who lack the matriarch's...
My little minion. I trust you've made progress in your
تا
tasks.
بعد با ما صحبت میکنه حرومزاده.
What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate Zeranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user. Capital deduction! Where have you been all my career? You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. You guessed correctly. Our chief mechanist was rather hostile to the idea. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production for decades. I had a model of one when I was young. All children did. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon. I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's choice attack us, we don't want to be caught defenseless. No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled with Zeranium poisoning. Good. A flexible mindset should behoove you on this task. Perhaps the chief mechanist will prove more receptive to your request. Failing that, be prepared to exercise creativity if needed. One last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both be summarily executed, assuming we survive the firefight that ensued. Well, off you go.
این چقدر بیادبه حاجی. تیر میزنم به تا عروم زاده بدیدون تیر میزنم میکشم تا بی تربیت صحبت میکنه با ما. بیادب ترین کرکتر کل این بازی هایی که انجام دادم همین بوده. میشه مگه تو اینقدر بیادب باشی؟ برده داریه مگه چیکار میکنی؟
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of Zeranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days. She and I have been over this 100 times. Please understand, the original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't safeguard a protectorate asset. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic scrap? I can't. I won't.
This is Protectorate sanctioned wireless.
If you're really so desperate, you can track down our second Dragoon. Damn thing wandered up the coast and hasn't been seen since. I'd have sent someone to retrieve it myself, but Dragoons are stubborn when their instructions are unclear. First, that would undoubtedly destroy the catalytic amplifier. Second, everyone here would turn their guns on you.
To infiltration thanks to its unflagging automechanical guardians. Only
You do that. Good hunting. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Let them. Prudence dictates. Those who live solely for themselves die alone.
بریم اجدها رو پیدا کنیم.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed failure. Zeranium
آره بیرونه اینجا.
exposure rate appears to be
بیرون
test model displays standard
راه
overload.
بیرون و خب قراره مثل که با یه اژدهایی روبرو بشیم. امیدوارم که زیاد سخت نباشی همون اینجا. بیا من باید یکی از این یارای دیگه هم داشته باشم. بعدم تو ماموریت بعدی بریم اون یکی هم احیا کنیم. ماموریتش هست. من چون اینو گرفتم نرفتم سمتون. رد دفاع باید اینجا پیدا کنم. درست بریم و چطور وسط نرسیم. هرچند واقعا رو مخم.
Wholesome programming played at a reasonable volume. You're listening to Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work?
دید دیگه ضربه زدم این جرقه زد، یه حالت جرقه طوری زد.
It's the law. And now
این سلاح هم قابلیتش اینجوری. بعدش همه رو حذف کنم. این چی؟
Bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
یه سوال انتخاب گزینه
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier? Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. You do that. Anything to keep him off my back for an hour.
Okay.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate sanctioned wireless.
Subjects, grab your pitchball sticks and meet us at the line of scrummage for more vigor enhancement.
اومد گجت دفاعی. اوکی، مأموریت خوبی بود. گجت جدید بهمون داد و خوب بود. خوب. بریم اینو یه بهبود سلامت کنیم ها. کجا باید بریم بعدش؟
Face, groin. Earlobes. Put some sting in your swing. Don't stop until you drop and or hear something pop. Build that resistance to blunt force trauma. For the matriarch, commit to this regimen.
برم از اینجا بیرون. از اینجا به نظرم تونم بهتر پیداش کنم. 700 تا شد.
I believe you meant to say the matriarch's marvel.
نقشه که پیداش نکردم بدونم کدوم قسمت. حالا من میریم این سمت ببینم شاید بکنم با فست ترافل اینجا برم. آها دیگه اینا
On to other matters. More music to aid
چرا
in
حالی
your
که این همه پیاده راه وقتی میتوان. اوه این سفینه خودمه. ماده اسیدی خوری بکن برای مأموریت هایی که مثلا چیزه برای مخفیانه طور اینجوری بریم.
Your ability to conceal homicides has also been increased by 85. Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
Laura, you owe me a sparring session.
Heard when you found DeVries' terminal back in Fairfield. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? No. No. You didn't know her. Not like I did. Like I thought I did. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangular, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. Thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, any job she couldn't get done. Better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. It's embarrassing now, how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangular. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the orders numbers. Ain't cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. If only DeVries had shared in that good judgment, huh?
Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting them there.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. Contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untorn inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Stand by for further reassuring content.
Next up, music to invigorate your mind so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace with a true adherence zeal.
It's incredible the things that we have done. How the paradigm is perfect for everyone. Our progress is unmatched. No technological itch left unscratched. Perfection is perfect. Is it not? Oh, how we prevail, us above all else who fail. Success is really the only option. I cherish these thoughts of how we truly are.
چجوری باید ارتقا بدم؟
Lesser than none and better than all the rest. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cogs and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cogs and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. It's incredible, the automech and us. How they aid and never make a fuss. Our colony is astounding. Outsiders find it confounding. How our perfection is perfect. Is it not? Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cause and perfect thoughts,
درست کرد.
That song was for our ever-vigilant sentinels, who, even as I speak, are tirelessly rooting out malcontents and anti-choice
اینجا
sympathizers.
میتونم
Now
تراول کنم. قاعدتا جزیرهای بیشتری باید برامون باز شه. بعدش مثلا از این جزیره که کارمون تموم شد بریم جزیره بعدی. سیستم اینجوریه قاعدتا. چیه؟ اینجا باید یه کاری بکنم برای بچ. این اتاق بچه هاست. نه توالته. نه توالت نبود. چی بود؟ این اتاقه. نفرات بعدی قاعدتا اضافه میشن. بس سفینه بزرگه.
Seems you've been scouted by Fairfield's finest to assist our efforts in the war. You know, since the ceasefire will inevitably fail. If you do, it'll be great for the folk here. And great for my resume, if I'm honest. A few bullet points like that, maybe it'll be enough to win me a spot on a higher rung. And you? If you help, what are you getting out of this? Won't blame you for thinking it's kindly to win hearts and minds, but it ain't ever gonna be as potent a strike as dropping a bomb. Though I reckon you know something about that. See, Val helpfully filled me in on your own predicament. Hunting down a fellow agent, huh? I thought you folk were all about nobility, duty, camaraderie above all. Were you one of Auntie's? I tell you just to shake the ladder hard while your traitor is climbing up, and enjoy the show when she tumbles down. What recourse do you actually have? Suppose that tracks. You agents are untouchable, or so the story goes. Ain't had many dealings with the Earth Directorate. You and Ibarra are the first agents I ever met, in fact. But you get things done. I trust you. As for Ibarra, verdict's still out. He insults Auntie's choice a mite too much for my liking. But that's the Earth Directorate's company policy, ain't it?
broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm.
No, I just... Look, I'm sorry. I ain't intending to get into any grievances here. Let's just say I'm a little dubious about the whole keeping corporations and corrupt governments in check thing. Ain't seen evidence of it yet. But maybe you're liable to prove me wrong. Anyhow, reckon we should keep moving.
Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal
خب
for
پس
the
میایم
pursuit
بیرون. میتونیم 2 نفر انتخاب کنیم ببرم. اوکی.
work? Report them for mental
دست
refreshment
تو دست
post-haste.
میمونه.
It's not
ببینم
just a good idea.
تربیت.
It's the law. Next up.
Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. do, because our way is superior to others.
خب این مأموریت چیه؟ یه مأموریت فرعی بریم. اصلی ها رو فعلا نمیتونیم رد کنیم. من نمیدونم چجوری باید اون یارو رو پیدا کنم. شاید باید مأموریت های فرعی رو انقدر بریم تا اون یارو رو توی این مأموریت های فرعی پیدا کنیمش.
Gratitude of everybody in Westport. Don't suppose you checked in with Vigilant Hogarth yet, eh? Oh, glad to hear. Probably sprung an important task on you afterwards, I'd wager. I mentioned to the Vigilant how I'd reset my chef mech to prepare meals to my liking. Next thing you know, he puts me in charge of repairing all the mechs in Westport.
Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most
Not exactly. All the underlying logic's the same if you mull it over. I've been trained to run them big algae processing units, which are a fair amount more complex. It's just... subjects are expected to mind their assigned area and particular forte. So I was a mite taken aback. But I'm happy to help the system abide any way I am able.
doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates.
I assume those are approved protectorate announcements, correct? With everyone's neighbor prudence and the like? I mean, sorry. Of course they are. Loudspeaker control terminal is in the proclamation station a few structures over. One with the antenna. I suspect they go there. Not to indulge in idle talk, but things have been different around here of late. Not at all overwhelmed or terrified of dying, though, of course. The system abides. Much to do, truly. Toughest challenge now is upkeep of key apparatus. If that generator goes, for instance, doubt I have means to fix it. If we lose power to charge our mechs, this place is done for. Final nail in the coffin, or similarly minded metaphor of your choosing. Not that the paradigm would allow that, of course.
Engagingly described. What's up next? Here's one you're
Curativist Row is a fine sort. Pillar of our community. Might impatient, sure, but with how busy she is, we'd all do well to respect her time. Watch out for that wine trot fellow. Talk your ear off if you let him. Kinda lonesome, but doesn't let anybody near his place for some reason. Even before the flooding. Everybody else? Decent enough, I guess. Well, mechs do all the heavy work for us in the Protectorate. Just like each of us, each type of mech has their assigned specialty. Takes a little doing, but you can readjust them. A combat mech can be reconfigured to oversee comestible distribution, for instance. Or mine or harvest crops. All you need is the know-how to retool their subroutines. And the right parts. Plenty of parts. Granted, reprogrammed mechs are never as efficient as those specially made for a role, but they get by, eventually, after a fashion. Even if I did ever fall prey to such treacherous whimsy, you think I'd be fool-headed enough to admit it to a stranger? Look like I've been kicked by an automech or something? I mean, void damn. Vigilant Hogarth's still here. No matter how bad it gets, keeps us going. Keeps us right. Folks like him prove the paradigm is aligned with the architect's plan. Just gotta trust the rightful guidance of the Vigilance and the Sovereign.
The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources.
Funny. I reckon that's more true of them over in Fairfield. They love their substandard comestibles and lack of fellowship. Smacks a bit of conspicuous inveiglement to me. Sure feel sorry for them. Maybe someday after we, well, utterly crush their forces and disprove their bent philosophy, we can show them all a right, better way to live. Outside.
Invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem. Like those meddlesome raptidons, or
Exciting news! The Vigilance sent that outsider to collect all the next choice.
So don't fret. The system abides, but now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors.
چی بافتم این داداش هرچیه این توی خب
Gather around the receiver with orders. This is Protectorate-sanctioned Office, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports of goings-on.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order.
خب
Why? Because the
دو
matriarch
تا
herself
این
designed
کارت
it.
کجاست
The
کنم
sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering.
Well, the wireless told me that I'm happy and
The benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful.
That doesn't sound like a cinch.
Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all.
راهی داره ما اینجا آرام بپریم پایین داداشه
The wireless said that flooding Westport is weakening the remove the dust that had been building up in our ship. Sovereign really does
آقا بیرون فرابه شاید بیرون برم فرام میگه اون بار من اون کارتشو ندارم قاعدتا هم نمیدونم چیزی باید پیداش کنم
Hey, Commander, I need to ask you a favor. See that old storefront over there? Reckon we have time to check it out? Nothing gets past you, does it? The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point, supposedly this is where he's holed up. He's ex-protectorate, a good man. Tracked in the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Seeing as we're already here, I was hoping we might drop in. Briefly, of course. headaches bother me a bit, but no more than usual. Anyway, that's not the reason I'm asking the visit. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless presents I, Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious...
Much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, this business with Zeb's gotta come first.
Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects perfection.
Likely not. We didn't exactly leave off in a good way. Traded some hard words over promises I made and ought not have.
Temptations, that nauseating crab-witch stench of Auntie's barbaric brand royalizer machine.
Don't much help to stay mired in it neither. I think this will help me move forward.
Consumerist addictions, the traitorous forces of the Order arrive to take custody of her, aided by her turncoat former Sentinel partner, Dunning. Now Auntie's...
After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Overlook your lapse in judgment if you turn over Red Cloak. Isn't that right? Yes. In fact, we are willing to add an additional 3% to the agreed-upon payment to
I
encourage
agree.
compliance.
But the problem with burning down a system is finding ways out for all the innocent folk trapped inside it. That wasn't the goal anyway. Just helping out where we could. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot.
Was a done deal. Force plus mass equals squared.
It appears that your math is faulty. Clearly a failing of your grand plan. These events are all according to the paradigm.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself too. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him. Teresa.
Return with me for mental refreshment. Your family must come too, just to be thorough. We will cure you of these confused thoughts, your wanton overthinking.
Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet.
Once again, you fell your former companion in one well-nourished punch. Huzzah, I say.
Red Cloak, you have undermined our carefully calculated...
Grab's raring to go.
Place? Oh, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point.
Yet it is clearly less than. We would serve the sovereign again if you allow. Not that at once.
Fooling around, Commander. You lit up one.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Traitorous Order colleagues, to Eden.
Zeb, this is the commander I told you about. One in charge of the Horizon Point mission.
Ah, yes. The same commander who nobly ordered you to leave your colleague to perish under rubble.
Help me carry Dunning's unconscious form. Let us all be mentally refreshed to cease your troubled thoughts.
I never did perfect my bedside manner. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
And so, Red Cloak concludes another successful and inspiring mission, turning enemies...
Hang fire, Commander. Commander. Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
Feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Seb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the consul.
Finally, I fulfill my purpose in life, a glorious death. Blown up by a mine. A fine way to go, among many ways to die. Electroshocked, plasma smelted, cyranium gassed, goo pelted, minced, cubed, irradiated, blunt force trauma, decapitated. List of life-giving opportunities goes on.
If there's anything I can do to support your endeavor, I will.
You're missing the part where you get blown halfway to the void and back.
I'd like to help, but I fear I lack the supplies at the moment to ply my craft. Try Fairfield. The doctor there is competent. Miserly, but competent.
It's an honor and a gift. What I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die.
Okay.
You always put your hands on other people's things.
Prudence dictates, sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor Prudence on Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Hark, your unneeded reminder that the system provides every need. Not just an abundance of nourishment, but also power. Consider the Protectorate News Tower. Stare in amazement at this technological wonder, based on a system devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities.
Looks like a fight.
Such as the Vox Relay Communications Platform. Energy the Vox
اینجا اون خشکی آتش. حالا ما اینجا این کار کردیم چه اتفاقی افتاد؟ بذار معمولیت جانبیاشونو بدیم یه همچین چیزی. این دیالوگ ندارم.
Quickly. I have to prepare for other contingencies should the worst come to pass. Your friend's rather nosy.
In the Earth Directorate, we call it information gathering.
Fine. Ask your questions. Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds. If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so small, claustrophobic, repressive. And my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration.
من یک کلید مونده دیگه باید پیدا کنم اگر
That didn't sound like prudent. Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency in. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's choice to, you know, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve? You don't say. Huh. So it's only here with our perfect society that it works our way. How fortunate for us all to benefit from such judicious guidance. That's a right intriguing proposition. I do wonder what it's like to have choice about things. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to, well, you know where. Yeah. You convince him, I'm in. But I owe him enough, I wouldn't abandon him for nothing.
The former Protectorate subjects now abiding in Fairfield are free to choose any vocation they like.
نکنم کلیدی گرفته باشیم. نمیدونم مثلا کلید چیه؟ من نمیدونم واقعا. از کجا باید این کلید پیدا کردم؟ نمیدونم. کارت کلید ایستگاه ژنراتور وستپورت. خب کارت کلید همین جای دیگه. خب چگونه باید این کارت کلید را پیدا کنم؟
Repulsing them will only help improve their dedication. If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good ones.
چیزایی دارم. این تو این کلیدا باید اینجا خلاصه کارت کلید نوع وستپورت رو پیدا کنم. وایسا نقش اصلا اینجایی که هستن اسمش هم اومده درسته؟ آره دیگه اینجا وستپورت نوشته، سفر به وستپورت. حالا کارت کلیدش رو چجوری باید پیدا کنیم نمیدونم. این ماموریت جانبیه رو انجام بدیم. ما که دیگه گیر کردیم درسته. از اینجا نزدیک داره. بریم از این برمیسیم بریم. یه ماموریت جانبیه. عادتا نباید اون قدم سخت باشه. دیگه تو مپ هست بزنیمش.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinating complex ecological network. To
جسد پیدا شد که میگه حالا این جسد پیدا شد چیکار بکنم؟ بکنم.
A meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance the most robust ecosystem, like those meddlesome raptidons, or the base individualists within Auntie's choice.
Executive skill building continues. Well, at least for me. Can't speak for my inept colleagues. Today's task, leverage teamwork and leadership to navigate a risky landscape blindfolded.
Which you apparently interpreted as just shout at everyone.
It's called delegating. At least I participated, Cobb.
I told you. I got a bad scrumpox flare-up.
Of course, I served as leader of this activity. A thankless job. Cohorts tripping all over. Sprains, blunt force trauma. Not my fault these Tanglefins can't follow directions.
The wall in Lumberg blew up!
Duly noted for the log. Quite the oversight for management to set this exercise in an uncharted minefield. Someone will catch hell when I'm an important VP. Soon enough.
تموم شد؟ دوباره تموم شد. بسا نه تموم نشد. برم سمت این یکی. فست ترابل نداره. نه خوب وسط مأموریت میشه فست ترابل کرد، تو بعضی روزا نمیشه.
Nature made apples, but avocados made them better. Hell. I've this post so many times.
Protectorate sanctioned wireless. Not a fresh slide in the talent pool around here with these pictures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. I Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses
الان تمام.
the eyes of the sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets.
اوکی پروازهای شناور را نابود کن. بازداشت بده.
Lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on
اوه
I
این
Red
هنوز
Cloak,
تموم نشده
our hero
مأموریتش.
was
چرا
betrayed
مأموریتش
and
فکر نمی‌کردم
whisked
اینقدر
to the
زیاد باشه.
consumerist den of Auntie's choice, strapped to their brutal
آها
brand loyalizer.
اونجا زد تموم شد.
Will she survive Auntie's barbaric imitation of our perfect mental
اوکی.
refreshment process? Thrilled to her daring display of defiance in Episode 3, Brand Disloyalty.
Any final
یه
words
مأموریت
about your
دیگه
precious
انجام
perfect
بدیم.
community, or your sovereign or paradigm or such
سفر
before
پرخطر
we flip on
بیشه.
the loyalizer, Red Cloak?
Nothing appropriate to say in front of the younger neighbors.
Younger neighbors? What
همینجا
gibberish are you spouting?
We, the Protectorate, speak as if
چیکار
everyone is
بکنم؟
listening, everywhere and always, from our zealous rug sprats up to our benevolent sovereign himself.
Well, this ought to change your tune. Lower managers.
Never been the type to sit behind a desk all day. Back already? Anything else I can help you with? Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between them Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Antes employees carping about work and the war. Any particular topic you have in mind?
Resurfacing deep-rooted inadequacies. It should be smarting something fierce right now.
Oh, Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a Raptidon. Ain't one of them falsely magniloquent types, though. Sincere fella. Shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt and murderous. Two traits Auntie's Choice highly prizes in a commander of corporate forces. To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption. Vox Station's run by a brigadier by the name of Montelli. Sounds like he's as much a danger to his own troops as ours. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions. Tell you one thing you can't avoid, the bridge. No other way around it, and at present, it's held by Protectorate forces. We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it.
That's impossible. It was supposed to kill your impulse control. To whet a soul-gnawing appetite you can only feed with useless...
You're asking me for the particulars of a high-level corporate acquisition. Like an in-depth accounting of the various parties who vied for control and who won out in the end? They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. Do my best to steer clear of corporate intrigue.
You cannot tempt someone who already has everything.
My pleasure. Got anything for me in return?
Equals force equals 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2. It's the order. They've come to take Red Cloak and me away, and right on time. Hey, you folks want some Sprat crisps?
You've arrived early, exemplars. You're not supposed to pick up Red Cloak until next Tuesday.
We come at the predicted hour.
Apologies, but tall tales and poorly formed fabrications failed to impress me much. Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but oh well. Not everyone's a seasoned raconteur.
I'm the one who lured Red Cloak to Auntie's clutches and brokered this deal. It's a real win-win. Big payday for Auntie's Choice, while the Order gets to study Red Cloak. See the effects of abundance on a human brain unaddled by want or overthinking.
That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits here.
Like to hear a few contenders?
Consumerists wish to be her neighbors in the Protectorate, if you will have us.
Gladly. I welcome you on behalf of the
At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-Minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here?
Times acceleration equals force equals 2.
Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan.
Makes a move, you get it right between the eyes.
And so Red Cloak finds herself staring down a gun barrel brandished by her traitorous former partner.
Shh, not so loud. Look, operating a new location sure ain't easy. Swear I get blamed for anything going wrong, whether it's my fault or some foul up from the local head office. But the nice thing about Fairfield, if you sound like you got some know-how, people believe just about any bit of hooey or bunkum you declare.
Let's see what's next. More music to aid in your
All right, appreciate you dropping by.
societal responsibilities.
Our target audience here is people who want to get their work.
You ever find yourself too much disposable income?
فیل چادری را پیدا کنید. فیل چادری اینجا نیستی های فیل چادری. کنار
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? Wait, what? Is that from Jackson? Oh, thank the law. Jackson and I are partners, see. He unearthed an unexploited protectorate technology. Promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens. This is just the thing to put me on the map. Fast-track promotion to lower middle management for sure. Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion. Oh, don't worry, you'll get your bits. But first, I've got to salvage something from this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable? If I only had something, anything else to provide management, my sad, sorry fate might have been somehow averted. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
Oh.
That one was requested by the consul for everyone's neighbor prudence. How neighborly of him.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
قبل اینکه این پارت رو تموم کنیم یه طور دیگه بریم، شاید فرجی شد اینجا. قاعدتا نمیشه. این خاله اینا چند وقتی بیام این نظر من
I've been
برم.
mulling on the information about Ida. Such blessed tidings indeed. But I will not be sated until my cousin is at my mercy. Good. I can't wait to see the look on his face when I capture him.
این کدوم مأموریت رو باید انجامش بدیم؟ فکرم مهم بودیم. شاید یه راه دیگه جز اینم باشه. گشت و گذاری بکنیم این بار. سمتا بریم. مأموریتش اینه، دوتا مأموریت جانبی میگیریم.
Don't cause trouble. I don't need the extra paperwork.
Take whatever business you're running elsewhere.
Commander, you're bleeding. Prudence dictates. Sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor Prudence on Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Special update. Everything has been found to be splendid.
Maybe focus on self-bettering yourself.
Sleep soundly, knowing you are safe at all times from malingerers of our fair
Sounds
Eden.
roarish,
Even our
sounds.
most capable defenders are well defended. Consider our Arbiter training facility, east of Fairfield, near the Broken Spire. It is impervious to infiltration thanks to its unflagging automechanical guardians. Only the most incautious base individualists would dare set foot within sensor range. Let them. Prudence dictates. Those who live solely for themselves die alone. Also painfully and bullet-riddled.
And now this.
As Eden offers a plenitude of natural
No, I'm
resources,
joking.
our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies. Like this one.
First promotion accelerating activities done, and we've already got dropouts. Doozy of a drop, too. Can't believe Ormsby pegs these people as executive material. Me, sure. Them? Huh.
We can hear you.
Hush, Cobb. Today's task was about upward mobility. 3 died hanging the ropes. Told them they were doing it wrong. Dead include Assistant Hagen and other slackwits.
Show some respect.
Oh, like you care. You didn't even participate.
I told you, I got a cute lumbago.
Time to break camp for the next skill building.
Welcome back to my chapel of fear and futility.
اینجا اومده بودم یه دفعه. خب آقا واسه این پارت بکنم بس باشه. کلی مأموریت رفتیم جانبی، یه سری اصلی رفتیم. این پارت هم همینجا میبندیم. کلی مفید بود این پارت نسبت پارت قبلی. مرسی که تا اینجا نگاه کردید. خیلی مخلصم.